As part of our Manufacturing Day celebration here at CohnReznick, we wanted to touch on some of the more important topics when it comes to manufacturing, and one being sustainability, and how sustainability has been a topic of conversations for many, many years, especially when it comes to supply chain management, the creation of manufactured products that are used, that are non-polluting, conserve energy and natural resources, and also that are economically sound, safe for employees, communities, and consumers. So clearly, it's also a major focus of the U.S. government as well, and we do see that with the infrastructure bill coming down the pike. So I'm here with Ann Evans, and I am so excited to have this conversation with you because you have been a leading force when it comes to environmental solutions, government procurement, waste recovery, and sustainable manufacturing. So I was wondering if you could share, how did you get into recycling, reprocessing manufacturing, and what are the unique aspects of this industry?
Well, good morning, and thank you, Henrietta. I really appreciate CohnReznick including me in this series. When I say what got me into it, it's in my blood. I am third generation in the tire industry, and my grandfather started retreading tires in the 1920s, back when automobiles were reasonably new. And his theory was that, there's still a good part of a tire, and by retreading it saves the customer money, and it was a good thing. He then, through the Depression and World War II, grew his business tremendously because it was so important for that sustainability and retreading tires. When I joined the company in the late 70s, there was a huge problem with what do we do with waste tires? And again, my grandfather looking at me saying, well, the person who figures that out is going to do well and going to do something good for this earth. And our company became one of the largest tire recyclers actually in the world. So, what we were looking at was what is a sustainable thing to do with a consumer waste. But it was also about the manufacturing. We worked with the tire manufacturers to make sure that as they manufactured a tire that was so important to be safe and to be long lasting, it also had a recyclability. And I've got to give the tire manufacturers a huge amount of credit. In the past 30 years, they've done a great deal on that. And that's about innovation. It's also about the supply chain, and the supply chain that is actually bringing those materials to them right now. I read an article the other day that rice hull ash is now going to be incorporated in tires because it is more sustainable. So, people who are looking at innovation are actually going to be the cutting edge of the next generation of sustainability.
Absolutely. Like innovation and sustainability certainly goes hand in hand. And with that, obviously, you have been part of this industry and this process for many years. And the industry has been talking about sustainability way before, just in a couple of years ago. What are some of the future opportunities you see for women in circular manufacturing industries?
I think it's limitless. And that's what's so exciting. I'm involved with the University of Connecticut School of Engineering, and I see the young women in this engineering school that are just looking for opportunities, and they're right in front of them, and they're seizing them. And the other thing I'm noticing is around the country, there are regions that are actually promoting circular manufacturing. There's a region in Texas between San Antonio and Austin that is actually working with Texas State University to create an industrial area for circular manufacturing. And they're helping promote that by grants, by working with the university. So it's really looking at where are the problems. Somebody else's problem can be your solution and your success. So looking at the problems brings success for the solution.
100%. I couldn't agree more. And just to wrap up our quick little conversation here, obviously Manufacturing Day is October 1st. What are you doing to celebrate Manufacturing Day this year?
Well, I mean, again, looking at reprocessing and recycling, I'm working with some medical device reprocessors. One of the things that's happening throughout the medical industry is how to be more conservative with waste and to bring patient costs down. And part of that is reprocessing of medical devices in a remanufacturing manner. And so we're working with a reprocessor to do a little celebration on that. So, it's in every industry. Wherever you look, there's an opportunity to be more sustainable, and it's about just grabbing those opportunities.